Hey, what's poppin', people? I'm Cade Cheer, and this is my channel, Cade Cheer Fishing. We're back again with another banger, and today I'm going over something completely new. I've only introduced it one time in my videos, and that is the drop shot. The drop shot. Let's go, baby. Let's get into it. So for drop shot, there's specific lures and terminal tackle that you need to use. So I will get those out for you and explain that first. So, there's a special type of weight for drop shots, hooks, and a special bait that you need to normally use. Okay, guys, so the thing about a drop shot is that the lure is suspended over the weight instead of the other way around on a traditional Texas rig. So, what do they look like? They look like little teardrops, just like that. This is a 3/8 ounce, so this is a very versatile weight. So fishing a drop shot, it is preferable to be on a spinning reel. The one that I'm about to show you all rigged up is actually on a bait caster because I was flipping some reeds. Because you always want to flip reeds with the bait caster, as I mentioned in my last video. But drop shots normally have a lesser weight at the end. And because of that light weight, it needs to be put on a spinning reel, because spinning reel has that more finesse technique and can cast real well with the light weights. But with a 3/8 ounce, you can use it in both a bait caster and a spinning rod. Now, preferably when you're flipping with it drop shot, you'd want to use closer to a half ounce drop shot weight, or a 3/4 ounce drop shot weight. Now, the hooks. So, as I said, drop shotting is a very finesse technique, so you don't want such a huge presentation. So what I like to use is a 3/0. That is a 3/0 hook right there, and a 2/0 EWG hook. I do not use 4/0 or 5/0 because that presentation is too big. It kind of defeats the purpose of the finesse technique. Next, we have trick worms and finesse worms that you use with a drop shot. There are some other lures that you can use for a drop shot, like a fluke, but this is the main category that you need to know about. So, fishing finesse is kind of like, if you're not catching anything else when you're fishing, you go to finesse fishing. And one of my favorite types of finesse fishing is using a drop shot. It just catches fish. They may not be like 6-pounders, but they catch a bunch of fish. So, finesse worms, I've got some big bite bait finesse worms and some zoom trick worms that I keep in here. So, that is the type you use. If I'm switching over to a drop shot, I'd put on a trick worm first. But still, that presentation is pretty big. Trick worms are 6 to 7 inches long. And the presentation can still be too big. So, if that doesn't work, then I switch over to a finesse worm from Big Bite Baits. I love the finesse worms from Big Bite Baits. I've got the watermelon red, June bug. I've also got a pumpkin seed in here. They're just really good baits. Alright, now on to what I have rigged up on my pole. Okay, so I actually have 2 drop shots rigged up. One is on this bait casting combo, and this one. This is a better combo, so I'm going to show you all the one with the TPX1 Speed Stick and Lose Classic Pro. As you see, you've got the drop shot weight hanging at the end, and I've got a pumpkin seed, big bite bait, finesse worm there. So I will go sit down and talk about the combo. Alright, here is the combo. Let me turn it around. Alright, here is the combo, and I've got a pumpkin seed finesse worm from Big Bite Baits on. So, a good drop shot leader, which is the length from the hook to the weight, is generally around 12 to 14 inches. That is about the same. That's about 14 inches. If you're fishing a lake with shallow water, then you go shallower. I do not recommend fishing a drop shot with a weight any less than 6 inches under the worm. So with the drop shot, it gives that weight at the bottom gives so much more action to the finesse worm. So watch. When I move my hand, or if I'm actually fishing, move my rod tip, that worm will be whipping around much more significantly than it is on a regular Texas rig. So, I only use a drop shot on a baitcaster if I'm flipping in a brush pile or reeds. Other than that, I will always use it on a finesse spinning rod, because those have the best performance out of these drop shots. So the way I rig it on the hook is a simple Texas rig. I'll actually take it off so I could show y'all. So again, if you are having a hard time catching fish, then you switch over to finesse techniques. And a drop shot is a very finesse technique. There's also other types of finesse techniques, like Ned rigs, which I'll have a video on soon once I get some more Ned rig hooks. And there's also shaky heads, which I'll do a video on soon. Finesse fishing is best in the fall, because that is when summer is over, and a lot of people do not fish other than the summer. Well, some of that fall bass, if you get on some bass with finesse techniques in the fall, you will catch 100 fish in a day. It is a crazy amount. So as you see, you go up to the eye, completely cover the eye with your worm. You get that hook, see where it's going to penetrate the worm. Then you go all the way through, just like so, and then you come out on the other side, just like that. Perfectly straight finesse worm. So, yeah, I think that's all I have for you today. Quick recap of the video. The drop shot at the end gives it a lot more action, making it a more finesse technique. If you have a hard time catching fish on a jig or just a simple Texas rig, switch over to a finesse technique. I prefer a drop shot because they just seem to catch fish. They're not giants, but they are. There are a lot that you can catch on a drop shot. So I'm glad that you sticked with me through this video. Stay tuned for some more finesse techniques. I think I'm going to go over the entire finesse category in these next few weeks. So stay tuned for that. Make sure to comment down below new video ideas. Comment down below. So you know how my outro is what's poppin', people. How about you comment down below like an outro, not an outro, an intro. My intro is what's poppin', people. Just comment down below an outro that I could say, and I might be having an outro soon. So thanks for sticking around, and I'll see you later. Peace.